Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Monday, February 13th, 2023 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I match my vibe with the notes and the melody of the universe. What an interesting time we are living in, wouldn't you say? Today's astro definitely has some pointers for us, but I do want to look at this week ahead. This week ahead, Valentine's Day, if you celebrate that, finishing up Aquarius, if you celebrate that, moving into Pisces, if you celebrate that, one more, new moon in Pisces, if you celebrate that. So lots of room for celebration in this energy. That being said, this is a week to be very aware of not getting too carried away or going too far. There's some instant karma energy going on this week as we have the Sun and Saturn moving into a conjunction. They're going to be conjunct, working together. When a planet is conjunct anything, it means they're like right there, amplifying each other. And I haven't said this for a while, so it's a good time to say this. When it comes to planets, they can be like children. Like if there's one child, it's moderately loud, right? Depending on the child. And then you add another one, and it's like, whoa, herd of elephants or something, right? So that's kind of this energy with conjunction. So Sun and Saturn working together. The Sun is shining its light on Saturn, amplifying it, and Saturn is shining its shoodiness on the Sun, giving it some pointers and lessons. So that energy has a certain level of intensity to it. And it's helping us dig into our lessons since 2022. No, sorry, 2020. Wrong year. 2020, when Saturn moved into Aquarius. Saturn is finishing up in Aquarius. In fact, just about like 3 weeks-ish, Saturn is going to be done. So a little bit more than 3 weeks. I'd say like 3.5 weeks. Saturn is done. And so this lesson is important. Thinking about all that has gone on since 2020. Again, that calls to mind some of these energies that we're working with today to dig into. One of the reasons we don't want to get too far carried away, and definitely could, is we have Venus and Neptune reaching a conjunction as well in Pisces, and Venus is finishing up in Pisces this week. And this energy can be super rose-colored glasses. This energy can be super full of illusion. Be aware of that. And this energy can just get carried away in the vibration of pleasure and the lover, and even escapism in the name of pleasure. So keep that in mind, because like I said, that Sun and Saturn energy is definitely instant karma. And if you do go too far, Saturn will be like, so while it's good to learn our lessons, we don't need a Saturn smackdown. We're also in the dark of the moon this week, building to this new moon in Pisces. Dark of the moon in Aquarius and Piscean energy. Whew, kind of anything goes energy. And that's kind of where we're at in the world right now, huh? Anything goes. So let's look at today's astro and how it is serving us. So we have the moon finishing up in Scorpio, moving into Sagittarius at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. That moon in Sagittarius, by the way, is definitely feeding into the too muchness, so be aware of that. But today, we are going to have the Sun and the Moon in a square. In fact, that's kind of like the foundation of our morning. The Moon and Saturn are also going to be squaring, and this is so interesting. You know, we've had the South Node in Scorpio for a decently long time, probably just about a little over a year at this point. And part of this energy is reminding us to watch fear, to watch the impact fear has on us, to watch where we lean into fear instead of leaning into North Node Taurus energy. And I think with the events of the world and the state of the world, and just even all the fear that has been in the airwaves the last 2 years, as we've had Saturn in Aquarius, this is really important to notice where you are picking up and riding the fear of the airwaves, that Aquarius energy. This is one of the reasons I think focusing on the vibrational energy of Aquarius is so important, because we are vibrational creatures. We all are vibrating. Like, we're made up of cells that are literally like, we're not even whole. We're not even whole. I know I can't put my finger through my hands, but we're just vibrating cells. And so everything in the universe is vibrational. And being that we are vibrational, we are affected by everything else vibrating in the universe. This is Aquarius lessons, and to be aware of the physics of this in and of ourselves. And so with all of the fear on the airwaves the last several years, no matter what your personal belief is, that fear has impacted all of us. Now, it's so interesting. We have the sun square the moon. Sun in Aquarius is like, what is your dominant vibration? And the moon in Scorpio is like, you gonna fear it? Or are you gonna stand in your power and trust the unfolding of the universe? So I am of the opinion, based on some of the stuff that's going on right now, I am of the opinion that there's a lot of finagling going on. I'm also of the opinion that visitors have been here for a really, 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 really long time. So watch yourselves. Watch the influence. Watch your dominant vibration. You get to choose. And the top of the cards that I have today is the new vision card. What is your vision and what is your vibration? This is part of Saturn finishing up in Aquarius, that these energies together are important. It will also serve as we have the moon moving into Sagittarius. Sagittarius and Aquarius together, it's like super genius vibes. It's super potential for manifestation. Moon in Scorpio moving into Sagittarius is the alchemy portion. So we have some alchemy to work through. We have some inner places where maybe we have been affected by some of these dominant planetary vibrations, fear or otherwise. But we get to choose to process and release, the letting go card. So be aware of that. Now, another thing that we have here is the comparison card. Starting to compare yourself with somebody else's process, somebody else's vibration will take you there. So don't get too caught up in that energy. And if you're around somebody like, hey, you're harsh with my vibe, man. Rumi has a quote, wherever you stand, be the soul of that place. And I know that can sometimes be hard around, those grumpy energies or whatever, around fear energies. But do recognize that that is part of your personal power, and recognizing how we can have boundaries in this energy also strong. Now, I'm not saying don't be compassionate. Compassion is also important, but just be aware for yourself in this energy. Moon also connecting to Pluto today. Where you stand, be the soul of this place. Where you stand, you can be the power point of that energy. You can be the vibe of that place. And sometimes it's just recognizing that and really feeling that within yourself. I also have the nothingness card in reverse. And this may be about the Sagittarius moon coming in. Watch for people's dogma creeping up. People's dogma, people's beliefs, and how that all affects you. You are allowed to believe what you believe. So I'm always hesitant to be like, this is what I believe. Because I'm not here to be an influencer. I'm here to tell you the astrological energies. So watch for other people's dogma. Even check your own in and through this energy. What empowers you? What feels aligned? What connects you in and through and to the universe? That's the line we want to surf in this energy specifically. So that's it for today. Woo! What a week we have ahead. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and honor your values. Namaste.